Senate Republican Conference Chairman, Senator Lamar Alexander of Tennessee, joins me now. Senator, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for inviting me.
All right, so we all watched you square off against the president last Thursday when he had the health care summit. Now he comes out today with his product from that summit, and he is calling it, he says it incorporates the best ideas from both parties. Do you believe this is a shot at genuine compromise, or is this political cover?
Well, it's not any compromise. He picks up 3 or 4 ideas. They're good ideas. He left off a couple of the best ideas, but it's like putting a new headlights and a couple of rear view mirrors on a car that's headed in the wrong direction. When you still got $500 billion in new taxes, $500 billion in Medicare cuts, individual premiums going up for millions of Americans. It adds to the debt because it doesn't pay for doctors who serve Medicare patients. It adds new costs to states. It dumps a lot of Americans into a Medicaid program that only half the doctors will see. It's not health care reform.
He's going to come out today, though, and he's going to tick off at least 4 areas of Republican issues that he says he's compromising on. He says he's compromising a little bit on, or somewhat, on tort reform, on increasing Medicaid payments for doctors, on fraud investigations so we can tamp down on Medicare fraud and the like, and on health savings accounts. Is that not enough for you?
Well, no, it's not enough, because in the first place, what happened to the idea of allowing people to buy across state lines or to expand small business health plans? But as I said earlier, it's like adding a rear view mirror or two to a car headed in the wrong direction. It still has a fundamentally flawed bill. Basically, the president, I'm glad I'm not a Democratic member of the House of Representatives, because I think what the president is going to do is ask the House Democrats to all join hands and jump off a cliff and hope Harry Reid catches them. And by the time Harry Reid has an opportunity to catch them, the bill's already going to be law, because they're going to pass it in the House and send it to the president.
Well, they are saying that if this thing is to be passed on reconciliation in the Senate, which would be a 51 vote instead of 60, it has to start in the House and then go back to the Senate. And the question for you, Senator, as somebody who is in the Senate chamber, is do you think at this point there are 51 senators who would sign on to pass this thing on a 51-person vote?
Megyn, I just don't know. But all the attention is on the Senate. It really ought to be on the House, because what they're going to do is wrap it all up in one big package and pass it in the House, send the bill to the president. He's going to sign it. It's going to be law, and then they're going to send the reconciliation piece to the Senate and hope we deal with it. So it'll have the Cornhusker kickback. It'll have the taxes. It'll have the Medicare cuts, all the problems that it has today.
Because what the House needs to do if they're going to pass something is pass the bill that came to them, which has all of that stuff in it. Now, let me ask you this,
which has all
Senator.
that stuff in it. Let
me ask you this. You know, Barack Obama has come out. The White House has refused to back off of pushing for a 51-person vote. They say it's just an up or down vote. It's a simple majority. I want our viewers to take a look at this clip. It shows Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and Joe Biden back when the Democrats were in the minority, as the Republicans are now.
Essentially have still 2 chambers, the House and the Senate, but you have simply majoritarian absolute power on either side. And that's just not what the founders intended.
So this president has come to the majority here in the Senate and basically said, change the rules. Do it the way I want it done.
I say to my friends on the Republican side, you may own the field right now, but you won't own it forever. And I pray God, when the Democrats take back control, we don't make the kind of naked power grab you are doing.
Senator, is there a level of hypocrisy here?
Yes, because you remember back then, the Gang of 14 was created. Some Republicans were really criticized for that, and we decided not to change the rules of the Senate. From the founding of our country, the Senate has been a place where you needed more than a majority. That's protected minority rights. If you can ram this bill through this way, that's the end of the Senate in that way. But the bigger problem is the American people have tried to say in every way they know how, through elections, through surveys, through town meetings, we don't want this bill. All the polls show that. And the Democrats are saying, we don't care, we're going to jam it anyway. And what happens when you do that is you're going to have an instant movement to repeal the law, which will dominate every single congressional race in November.
Well, Senator Lamar Alexander, we all watched with interest your exchange with the president last week. We're also looking forward to seeing what he has to say today. We'll get more reaction after the fact. Senator Alexander, all the best. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Megyn.